Call to order. Mary Wiles. Here. Mike Parsons.
Here.
Anthony Campbell. Milligan.
Here.
Justin Thompson. Trevor Warnol.
Here.
Coffman. Here. 4-0, we have quorum. Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Vacation. Need a motion to adopt the agenda.
Make a motion to adopt the agenda. Second.
Mike Parsons.
Yes.
Milligan.
Yes.
Trevor Warnol.
Yes.
Coffman. Yes. Pass 4-0. So first up is the public hearing. Any questions about the tax levy? I need a motion for the first reading for bill 2025-0074.
I make a motion for the first reading of Bill 2025-0074 by title only.
Second.
Mike Parsons.
Yes.
Milligan.
Yes.
Trevor Warnol.
Yes.
Coffman. Yes. Pass 5-0. 4-0, so longer, sorry. An ordinance for the city of Dixon, Missouri, authorizing, fixing, and determining the rate of levy on $100 valuation of all taxable property within the city for the year 2025. Need a motion for a second.
Make a motion for second reading of Bill 2025-0074 by title only.
Second.
Mike Parsons.
Yes.
Dan Milligan.
Yes.
Trevor Warnol.
Yes.
Dan Coffman.
Yes.
Pass 4-0.
An ordinance for the city of Dixon, Missouri, authorizing, fixing, and determining the rate of levy on the $100 valuation of all taxable property within the city for the year 2025. Need a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mike Parsons.
Yes.
Dan Milligan.
Yes.
Trevor Warnol.
Yes.
Dan Coffman.
Yes.
Pass 4-0.
Motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Mike Parsons.
Yes.
Dan Milligan.
Yes.
Trevor Warnol.
Yes.
Dan Coffman.
I promised Lacey she could go first, but she hasn't changed.
Well, we don't have a chamber meeting anymore, but I'd love to go first anyway, so.
So rock, paper, scissors out of the
This is me. I'm tired of everything. Take one, pass it on. I don't know. Look at this. You know these printouts, you need one? Okay.
Now, I'm on back. Okay. Yep, on the next last page.
Okay. So this is gonna look a little bit different than it has in the past. I'm going with the budget worksheet that the system gives gives us. But I do have the revenue and expense report where we currently stand. So, okay, so this is, what is this, 24, right? Isn't it backwards? So this will be 23 and this will be 22. Because we're going into 25. Yes.
Which is stupid.
It's weird. So we're going into fiscal year 25. It confuses me. So we're going to start, library is 05. So that's page,
The next last page.
12. Oh. So what we do ahead of time is I met with each of the department heads and got with them to figure out exactly where they want to be with their budget. So the mayor and then all of you guys kind of let us know what you think of this workshop. So, and are the numbers over here what you want it to be?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yes.
Yeah, after Kelly and I sat down, we feel like these numbers are,
Okay. What we're pitching you guys for you on these things, what they think you like to see or.
so like for the advertising, we felt like it would stay the same at $40. That just includes like the business pilot, like you have to put stuff in there that's required basically. And then IT services, I still have $112.50 left of that, which is probably spot on.
Now, hold on. Dan,
Yes.
the salaries were moved to the admin budget for the library. Also, I'm not.
No, I only make $9,000 a year.
Just kidding. Also, I'm not ready for any salaries tonight. I haven't got that far. Another workshop. We're not gonna get through things tonight, so I haven't get that far. We'll get through what you got, so, and then you can make your adjustments, and then we'll finish it up. Okay. I don't know. I'm not ready for that tonight. That sounds good. We'll do that.
So, I felt like IT was good and we could stay the same at $9.50. Dues and subscriptions, $5.50 was good. So, in dues and subscriptions, my internet has been going into that, so that's why it's so high. By the way, I don't subscribe to that or anything. So, insurance is kind of based on whatever it is, so.
So insurance, is like the workman's comp insurance that we pay. To give you a little background on what that is. Thank you.
I felt like small tools and equipment could stay at 200. Repairs and maintenance could stay at 300.
And your office supplies, you just take that out of the ad.
So the office, we edited last year's budget to where everything fell into supplies together because I felt like that just made more sense because the library is kind of a weird large office.
Yeah,
So,
well, you probably just get stuff from here anyway, right? No. But that's why the last year there was no budget there, so this is the second year in a row she combined everything into one, into supplies.
yeah, so my supply budget is $3,000, which I feel like is going to work out just fine. I mean,
Through requesting 3,000, is that what you said?
yeah, which that's what it was this year too.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So she combined this 2,200 with this 800 to make that 3,000.
And then obviously I don't really determine my telephone expense, but it seems like it can stay the same. And then utilities I also don't determine, so I think I'm good with those.
Okay.
Does anyone have any questions for me about what's in my supplies and what's on my budget for tonight?
I mean, that's about what you run on your collection, right? About 37,000 a year, what we bring in on library tax. That's kind of
Pretty much what she runs on. Okay. Which one do you want to do next? I'm going to do court real quick. It should be easy and simple. Page 3, court's 0115. Don't worry, I don't remember all the general numbers either.
So really the only line item in court we have is legal fees, and that's for like the tickets that the attorney does, because we don't pay
And we don't pay nothing.
any
salaries
staff
anything.
or a judge or anything anymore, and so the only thing I accounted for. So Carrie is handling some tickets, and we paid like $300 based on a proration. So depending on how many our officers send as far as tickets, I just kind of tried to do an estimate, so.
And that's municipal, right?
Right, that's just the tickets that she handles and charges,
Okay.
so.
Do you think that should be enough?
I mean, I would say so because
Most of ours go to state.
it's almost.
I know you try to push everything to state.
90% what we do is state.
Yeah,
The only things we do right municipal is like dog or things that there's not a state ordinance for. That's a municipal code.
Yeah, push on nuisances or something.
Right.
We can do a big push on everybody. We can do that.
That would be the only.
Yeah. Okay. Three's okay. You guys are good with 3? Alright. Oh, let's do trash. That's another small one.
Sanitation.
Yeah.
sanitation is going on
Page 5.
yeah, page 5.
And this is pretty much, we just charge what they charge us, plus a little admin fee.
Right, we make a little bit of.
Yeah, well, it's to cover like the stuff that you guys do and the stuff Avery does. So we're gonna do that. And that's about what it'll be, the 102. Okay.
I just took the most recent bill and took it times 12.
contract amount?
Advertising.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, it goes, it gets billed somewhere else.
Yeah, because it'd be a revenue to us.
It gets billed in refuse. It's somewhere.
Is it in your admin?
Nate, where's that other one? Where the other trash is?
Was it admin fee?
No, that other, where the extra
The dumpster.
dumpster gets.
Oh, we put it in sewer? I don't know if it's in sewer or street.
There's a line item for trash expense. I'll come across it, we hit it.
Okay.
It's on page 5.
That one's the one that, like,
That's our contract with WCA,
Okay.
or GFL, or whatever it's called. Yeah, this is the, what we paid for the dumpsters. This is our expense.
It's in sewer, 0310-6135. We actually increased that one to 6,000 because we have so many.
So we said, we pumped, or sorry, we dumped, I think it was 13 times, 14 times last year, for this year, the last fiscal year. So we're expecting 15 times a year probably, and I think that's what we budgeted for.
Okay. So for sure, like once a month.
For sure, once a month, yeah.
Okay.
We talked about that we do feel like it's slowing down a little bit, right?
It's slowing down a little bit.
Well, we do feel like that's because we put up the
We
cameras.
put the cameras on the signs, and you guys have stopped a few people. Milligan City stopped a couple people. Somebody had low tires. They
Yeah,
turned around and stopped them.
Full trailer, full tire and stuff.
Yeah, because we have to pay.
Yeah.
have that also.
I was gonna bring up an issue, because we've been dumping the trash a lot more frequent at the park. Would it be easier instead of dumping it in the maintenance dumpster, just to try to get a dumpster put over there and then chain it like we do over here?
You can try that if you want. I mean,
Through the city,
I mean, that dumpster,
because we fill up theirs really fast.
well, we rarely use it. I mean, we don't fill it up as far as
the one at the shop.
the one at the shop.
Well, because I noticed this last time, the guy advised me to take it down to the,
Well,
one of your guys.
Or to take it down the
Because
street.
he had to, we didn't have to, he came over and helped him with the front of it to get it out of the can because it was so heavy to get it out there.
well, you guys can dump it in that dumpster. That's for the
Oh, we just don't want to throw it
service.
service.
No, I've rarely seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
We just don't want to set him in the park because then that's when people, yeah, they come from out of town and,
If
yeah.
anyone brings it up in the future, just say,
Okay.
we're with the Lions Club.
Okay.
Okay, tell them I say that's okay.
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 Okay. What we got here? City court. Which one's police? We'll do the police on which one? All right. I'll have to say you'll do this one. We'll do this one later. Yeah, I don't have any of that. Okay. Your time to shine there, Chief. Yeah, you just want to go through each line real quick? That's usually what we do.
Okay. Salaries are the same. I mean, obviously, all of this stuff, the Medicare loggers.
Yeah.
Which I was gonna ask, did we increase our loggers?
I haven't done any of that for calculations yet.
Well, I knew the calculations. I didn't know, we did increase, we went up another level on our retirement rate.
We haven't done anything with that. They report to us. They send us a letter and let us know if it changes through loggers, but, that, I usually get that in October, so
Okay.
I'll know if it's gonna change.
I thought we talked about increasing, like going up another level like this.
So we talked to the council about options, but they didn't decide on anything.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I knew we talked about it, I just didn't know
Yeah,
how much
We
of
probably
an
need to
influx
have
that was
that
gonna
next
be.
meeting again.
We talked about supplementary or all that kind of stuff, but we kind of tabled it.
If we want to level on, then we feel possible.
Okay, well, you gotta tell me how much. They're gonna wanna know how much that's gonna go up.
There's a process to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
They have to do evaluation
Right.
and come in here and there's a
Um,
process to it.
Advertising's the same. Our IT services, we've had a lot of IT issues. And now that we have somebody on board, so, it's kind of been questionable.
I was actually I put checking on that one because I'm gonna get with Shannon, to try to figure out what that looks like, and I didn't have a chance to since I met with,
Well, I know that she's still gotta work on mine. I am gonna have that other desk set up for another officer since we're starting to get more officers in. Cause right now the reserve and the full-time guy, they're all on the same computer. So we need to get another one set up. So that's gonna be more IT
At
services.
least 2 more computers.
Well, just one more right now. We got 3 desks
Okay.
in the offices.
Oh, I thought she had to get a new one for you.
Well, I don't know what her plan is.
Okay.
It's, that IT stuff is so above me. I just fix it.
Yeah.
Like, then that's where I
I'm just
go
like,
with it.
Shannon, it's broke.
Right. And honestly, right now, it's not doing bad, but she swears that it's bad, so I'm like, okay, whatever you
the
say.
VPN and the firewall, it's all been.
Right, and
really
then,
messy.
our
Well,
car
yeah, it's all about the
computers,
operation system is not where it should be.
our car computers, like our tough books, she's trying to get to where we can run our mules out of the car.
Yeah,
And that's been a whole process, so she's got some work that, so I have no
we don't
idea.
have that yet. Okay.
Right,
She's really been trying to space out so she doesn't just have a.
Well, and she has other clients too.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So I do understand this.
no, we do everything
It's something to do with the website being a secure website, blah, 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 so.
Yeah, mules is tough.
It has to make it so it can bounce to here and then back to our computer to be able to do that.
Something about a VPN and something else, and I don't know, she said a bunch of acronyms.
Exactly.
VPN I knew, but I didn't know any of the other ones.
Island maintenance, went down a little bit, but the brown car is down right now. We're gonna have to figure out a vehicle situation because right now we have 2 on at night. Like when Ramon came in this weekend, also Wolf was on and the brown car went down. Ramon was in my truck and then I put him in the car. Well, the car doesn't have a cage and no headlight and just randomly the siren go off. So, yeah, like we'll be sitting in the office and all of a sudden we'll say, woo, and then it shuts off. Like we have no idea what ghost is in that thing. So, so we're gonna have some maintenance, which we still were down more than what it was, because, the year before it was about 55, 60, and we're around 6,000 on it. So we're trying to keep it, we're pretty frugal. We think outside the box. Dues and subscriptions, we're staying around 3,000 on that. The only thing that I'm hoping to get on that is some sort of car wash deal.
Yeah, we have to talk about that.
Right, but I would call car wash today. It's a train wreck.
Oh, no.
So I don't know. I've never gotten to run around like that before. So it specifically says on their flyer, ask about police details, and I asked, and she's like,
What were the previous years? Why were they so high compared to what they were now?
I can't give you an answer for that. There's a whole lot of.
The 17 and the 14, they had some kind of software in there instead of putting it in a software line item.
I know
That I do know, that I do.
Spillman, we've gotten rid of. Like I said, we're pretty frugal. Spillman we've gotten rid of because we don't use it and it's pointless. Now, on the dues and subscriptions, we are going to have an increase at some point because whatever county goes to for their reporting system, we're going to. And the reason why is because Pulaski County has had such a lack of communication countywide, and we're really working hard to change all that. So they're our backup. If they have warrants, we need to know. If we have warrants, they need to know. If we have wanted people or stolen vehicles, rather than happening upon mules and finding, oh yeah, this truck is stolen, then they can put a bolo out in the reporting system, which is going to be really nice as far as communication, but we have no idea what that's going to be. So that's going to fluctuate at some point. But right now, we have about 3,000 a year worth of dues and subscriptions.
So right now, subscriptions, just so you guys know, like the thing that subscriptions pay for are their mules. So that's through the Missouri State Highway Patrol. It's a quarterly membership that we pay. It's $285. And then their fiber that they pay through Gas Sage for the internet. And then their Adobe subscriptions for like doing documents
Word
and things.
processing.
And then we did add the $100 plant termite thing that we all voted on. That's quarterly. So that's pretty much what that subscription is now. And then we put a little bit in there for not really knowing what.
Yeah, just kind of, right, because we really don't know. I mean, I'm sure the software, which I know it's on here, but the software is going to be expensive. But then I'm sure it will have, whatever they get will have a subscription rate attached to that for upkeep, maintenance, and tech help and stuff like that. But it's unforeseen and we don't know. And I've talked to Sheriff Ball about it multiple times. And every time I've talked to him, he's giving me a different one. So I don't think he knows. So I'm waiting until they purchase, and then possibly when they do purchase, I'm going to try to jump on their tail and get a package deal to where we could be connected in the same and
I mean,
get
even
a
if we just
discount.
pay them to be a part of it, that'll be fine.
Something like that. But next line is education expense. I'm all about the trainings. There's a command college coming up next year. That's pretty expensive for myself. It's like a 6-month program. I go for 1 week out of the month. It's at Jet City. And I'll drive back and forth to that. I'm not staying up there for the week, but I'll drive back and forth for it. But it's actual command college for chiefs is what it is. So once you go through like all of the, what's the word? I'm tired, excuse me, but the natural disaster stuff and all of the FEMA stuff, like you go through all of that training and then you get certified and all that, so that way we have backing and all that. And then Cotner is going to a firearms instructor course to become a firearms instructor, because right now we don't have one and we're relying on county. So every person that we have come in, we have to get with somebody from county to take our guys to go shoot. That way if we go to court, yeah, we've been qualified and everything like that. So he's going to go do that.
And is that something like if their person's down, he can
Yeah, we'll
share that?
Yes, which is going to be really nice, because the post is kind of hard to work with. They have a lot of weird rules. And in order for us to continue to use county, they were told they had to write their own curriculum for the shooting quals. Like, it's a weird thing. Like, it don't make sense to me. So to bypass all of the nonsense, I think it was $650 or something like that. We're going to send him to go do something. So that way we'll have our own shooting instructor out of the department for future.
Write your own curriculum.
Well, I talked to Post and that we already have one for Dixon approved or through Post, so we're all
Oh, that good.
So that's all taken care of. Our gas expense,
Oh, that's what down.
a lot, and part of the reason why is because we don't have so many officers on. Another reason why is we don't leave cars running. As hot as it is, we just get back in and turn it on, rather than let it sit there and run for 2 hours while we're, out dealing with something or whatever the case is. Like I said, we're frugal. So that's a huge savings. Insurance, that's kind of a Kelly deal. I don't really know.
Is that for law firm and workman's comp?
Office supplies, we're saving a little bit on office supplies just because we don't really need all that. The software expense, that's another really unforeseen, because I know it's coming, but I don't know what it's going to be. So we're going to leave it around the same, but there's probably going to be an amendment or a fix to that. Small tools and equipment, we're a little cheaper on it, about $900 cheaper on it. Postage is extremely cheaper because hardly anybody uses snail mail for anything. Repairs and maintenance, we don't really have any.
Can I back you up just a second? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Just so everyone understands on that software. So we're saving that money for the dispatch services. We used to pay quite a little bit there, but we do dispatch services through Pulaski County now. And then we do, because of the ordinance, we're paying 5 years on the body cams. So $1,150.64, we'll pay that for 5 years for those body cams that they've got. So, and then this year we paid for Spillman Flex in October. That was almost $3,000, and the guys are able to cut that expense. We'd already paid it before we realized that we didn't have to have that, but that's also an expense that they're going to be able to cut. So again, they're being very frugal on cutting some of that stuff out, but there again, we did add the body cameras. So, so they're cutting out some stuff and trying. That is a big amount still, but that's where we padded, Chief, to not know what software you're going to need next.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're taking that 3,000 out. We did leave it at the 16,850, but that 3,000 for Spillman Flex. So this is where your padding is.
Right.
In this software.
Yeah.
So
But it's still, we don't know.
we don't know what it's going to be.
Right. So.
Yeah.
Small tools and equipment, we're keeping it around the same. Postage is not where we have supplies.
Yeah, supplies.
Yeah, so we're keeping it the same. Telephone expense, that's a given. We did have a little of an influx on the telephone because we got new phones. So we had to, we went from Androids to iPhones, because
Okay.
everybody is iPhone people at the department, so we swapped them over. So that was it's $600. But, travel expense, we anticipated, like I said, us being frugal. Connor's going to stay in Airbnb versus a motel, which is going to save money. And then he's not going to try to drive back and forth to Warrensburg for that. So that's the reason why that's went up. Uniform expense. When we get officers.
Well, like you told me, there's such a size gap where you've got like small,
We have small and
4X, and that's it.
That's it.
So they're gonna have to order some.
Nothing else. We don't have mediums, large, extra large. We have small and we have 4X. So.
Hire big drops.
Don't let you drop.
Not enough.
So that's why, yeah, it's like, I might need a little bit more in there, so. I mean, if that comes up, you can always.
So the weapons and ammo, we're at 3,500 on it. It went up because we did get new ARs, and luckily, we were with Black Rain Ordnance, which is a local custom-made out of Neosho, Missouri, and they split us up in 2 payments. So we're getting 4 rifles, and they understand the budget deal because they work with law enforcement. I mean, these are specifically for law enforcement ARs. So we didn't really spend anything out of our guns and ammo at all this year. So we're using all of the budget to go towards this payment, and then October we'll pay them for the rest of it when the new budget starts. So
Okay. That's good, that's nice they did that.
yeah, it's a really good company. Like they're legit. I'm really happy. Really well. And we get to go check out their facility, how they make the guns and stuff. So
Oh, yeah,
great.
we got shopping all day.
I'll end up with owning my own.
I know, leave your credit card on.
Right. Utility expenses, it's going to be about the same. I don't know what's up with the vehicle expenditures.
Oh, that's like if you're gonna buy another vehicle, so.
If I can find one for $1, I'm going for it.
Right.
But I
Probably
will.
won't add anything that will make you come ask us for.
Right,
that.
I was gonna say, we are going to need, a vehicle, I'm sure, but
Browns.
it's on its last leg. I mean, it's been a good one, and we'll keep it around for like a reserve vehicle, but if you had to drive it every day, you'd be in trouble. Vermont has done a good job putting it around, and, I mean, he doesn't travel a lot of miles, he kind of keeps it, I mean, he's a traffic guy, so it's not like he's out searching in saturated areas. He's really focused and concentrating on traffic. But we've had 3 pursuits in the last 3 shifts, and 2 times the brown one. Once they got away because it died mid-pursuit, and then the other one, I think it's the alternator, but something, I don't know what it is, but it just died. Like it's losing all power and like shifting hard and acting crazy. So I'd say it's on its last leg.
Have you taken it out there and had you look at it yet?
Tomorrow is the
Okay.
plan. We're going to take it out to Jones and have a look at
Have you look
it.
at it?
Those things are so electronic, and there's so many electrical stuff that, I mean, it's not
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's not like, I mean, it could be something, it could be an alternator making the transmission shift funny. Or it could be, the
Or a
battery, we know the battery
Or a
is.
sensor, the
Yeah,
damn
right.
sensors.
I've had one, I had one of that, the sensor wouldn't even start.
Yep.
Wouldn't even come on, plugged it in, sensor,
Yeah.
change the sensor, drives fine.
Well, it was, after
crazy.
the second pursuit, they called, and I went up there and checked the voltage on the battery, and it was good. But it wouldn't start, it was acting like it was dead. And then I hooked the jumper cables to my truck, and then it fired right up and ran fine. So I honestly, I don't know. So I'm just gonna take it out there and get it. So it's on its last leg, so know that is coming. And I don't know what the best option is. I don't know if we need to go back to the surplus at the highway patrol. I know Marys County, we were talking to them last night about it, and they're gonna have one for sale, here before long. It's just because it's right at 100,000, and they trade at 100. So that's an option. I don't know what they want for it or how hard it's been ran or anything.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. Wait.
That's an option, but we're about a $90,000 difference from 2 years ago versus this year. So,
Yeah.
like I said, we're extremely frugal. And granted, that being said, there's a lot of things that I just buy, like everything I own, like I pay for, or that I have on, I pay for, just because of the unforeseen. Since with it being my first year, I didn't know what to expect with, you know,
Yeah.
employment. Like, well,
Like
how
the
many?
guys got different shirts.
Well, and I
It took you,
would.
what, 3 years to decide what kind of shirts you like?
The deciding what style and what we want to go with versus us versus the patrol guys. You know, with us interacting with the community a lot more where we're in Class A's, our evening guys or patrol guys, we don't expect them to wear this.
Yeah.
So their uniforms have been a little different, but it's more so if I didn't know what to expect as far as hiring, how many reserves, how many whatever.
What to buy.
And with us not having any surplus over there, it's been real unforeseen. So now I'm kind of getting a better idea of what we need. I can actually build a budget for the uniforms and stuff like that. But other than that, that's it for us. Like we're square.
Questions, comments,
I
concerns?
like your little radar machine.
Yeah, it got flipped over today.
I seen that, I thought I was watching that too.
Yeah, I called Nate, we gotta rig up some kind of weight on the tongue of that because I didn't even think about it, and it's not heavy, like I put it back over myself, but,
Yeah, something to weigh it down.
Well, that was probably 60 miles.
Yeah, it was just,
it was
It
a
didn't do nothing on both sunshine and
yeah.
yeah, it was a crazy wind, but, it pulled the wire out of the back, so I've got it together now, but we're gonna have to get it actually looked at. I think it's actually.
Well, yeah, lots of people comment on it, you know, I like it.
Well, you know, when I was over here, because I have a slight leg foot, and when I'm over here, it makes me aware to
Yeah.
slow down.
Oh, yeah, you want to exercise.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
technically it's 25 still here and there, like that change, but
Yeah,
yeah.
but it makes you more aware. So,
Yeah. Which, yeah, we do need to talk about that. The speed limit
The
right
speed
here
limits and
downtown.
stuff, yeah.
Here and right there.
There's a whole lot of walking people behind cars and stuff.
Well, I
25
mean, when
means
you've got
40.
somebody blocking the sidewalk and they have to walk in the street, so you gotta slow everybody down. We don't want anybody getting hurt.
Did you notice that truck was moved?
Yes. Thank you.
I
oh,
got
my white character's gone.
I got him last night,
Okay.
and in his defense, that was his son's truck, and he was mad about it, like he cussed his son out in front of me. Yeah, and then.
And when I went by, the front axle was completely.
Oh yeah, that's what I told him.
So-
And his son came over and talked to me last night, and he was like, "Are you the one who yelled at Dad about that truck?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's mine." I'm like, "Okay." And he's like,
I'm still gonna yell at Steve.
"Yeah." He was like, "Well, I'm working on it." I'm like, "Well, not in the street. Like that's a junk vehicle. Like you have a parking lot right there. Like get it out of the street. You know, we don't want to look at it." And he was like, "Well, I'm taking it to the dump. I'm trying to get a wheel on it." And I'm like, "That's fine, but you can't have it in the street. Like technically, we should tow it."
Yeah.
And get it off the street, like I'm doing you a favor. So Steve got mad and took some backhoe they were working on and went up there and like crammed it in that parking lot. And he was mad because he was messing up his truck up there. So I was like, good lesson. So, yeah.
Did the white car
Oh, I'm
one.
sure they were in.
I found the next of kin, or not the next of kin,
TOD.
TOD. I found the TOD on Facebook, just messaged her.
Awesome.
That's the only way to do it.
It took some
Can we get
detective
it?
work. We
Okay.
worked all that
Whatever
for
it
a while.
It was interesting
Get
watching
it out
them try to start that white car,
Yeah.
because they don't run real good on kerosene, which is basically what they did at a tank. Took a tank of kerosene.
It's been sitting there for a
Ever
while.
sit for a year. It'd start and sputter and sputter and sputter, and then it'd rev up and sputter. How they finally got it to move, I have no idea.
It was a topic at the last general meeting. Can you please talk to Will Coffman? I'm like, if they can find out who owns the dang thing,
It
they
took-
might go get it moved.
It took some investigating, but we did track it down.
Yeah, and then I put on our chat, I said, did you notice the car's gone? Everybody's like, yay, yay.
Yeah, she even had her Facebook was locked down, so you couldn't even talk to her, but luckily she had a story, like a Facebook stories, and then
Wow.
so I just messaged on that, on
Wow.
one of the stories that she made. And then it was gone the next day, so whatever.
Hey,
Like that.
you know. Okay, so are we done with them? We have
Perfect.
Okay, so you're good to go then.
Go to bed.
We'll hit Dave, yeah, I'd say.
Thanks, guys. You bet. So,
Did they catch the guy or no?
no,
No, he's still on the road.
But we probably,
Yeah.
but we had Algoa bloodhounds and, I mean, it was a,
Yeah, I heard the dogs were out
hey,
after.
good news is, what made me the happiest about that whole situation is we had Marius County, we had us, we had Iberia, we had the sheriff's department,
Yeah.
Algoa, like we had good communications, like everybody was working together and there was no weirdness or anything like that, so, yeah. So, that made me happy to be in Pulaski County and actually have backing, so,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it was productive, even though we were the bad guys.
Okay.
You guys do
We
it.
might have to have one more for salaries, so we'll see.
Okay.
Anybody tries to downtalk you guys, I come to the place right away.
Dude.
I tell them either come to the council meetings or approach the chief or
Go
don't
tell
down talk them behind.
Go tell them to talk to Robert, he'll tell them how good I am.
I'll go to Martin about next month.
Okay, that works for me, thank you.
Hey, chief,
Yes, sir.
if you want a monthly car wash,
Mhm.
try to kind of run from the mobile line right down there at the corner.
I called St. Robert today and they told me the same thing, they said they're free. We just have to go in there and tell them when we're off.
I didn't know where it was for police, but I know I got it for less than $20 a month.
Yeah, they said, St. Robert gets them free, they said just go in there and talk to the manager, they said that I'm sure they'll let you have it
For
free.
you, to me, there's a couple of first, I do that.
Perfect, I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
I think that's nice. I did go.
the one good thing about it, I bet he's got some good tricks and sugar bites.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he was in the woods. He was in the woods. All right, Dave, where do you want to start?
So we start parks.
Any parks?
Yeah, I'm just going over here. That'll be, page 5. Salaries, was working on that.
Yeah, we'll get that later.
Loggers, insurance, so we'll start advertising at 6,000, around 46,000. We kept that at, last year's budget was 18, is that right?
Yeah.
So we brought it up to 50, and this is for like bids in the Dixon pile and things like that.
Because of the purchasing policy. We upped it a little bit because if we're running anything we bid out, because we adopted the purchasing policy, so anytime we bid out anything, we have to be able to run it. So we took that from $18 to $50. We decided that we probably better do that.
And then next would be gasoline expense. You'll probably notice all around that we're upping it on pretty much, I think every account. We're upping it on because we're going to be a little, not over, but close to being over this year. That's from like gas, fuel up the vac truck. We have a diesel tank that we fill up. That's $300 every time we fill it up.
Mowers.
Mowers,
All that stuff.
things like that. We just used a lot more gas this year. We did busier, things like that.
Okay.
So we moved that $2,000.
Yeah, there was a lot of rain this year, so it was pretty wet this spring.
About 2 years ago, they expensed, $1,200, so actually, you're still,
Right.
1,000 is not out of context, so.
Insurance, I guess that's what small tools and equipment, we kept the same as last year's at 2,000. Present maintenance, we kept the same as well at 3,600 for the year. Mainly that's for like things at the park that need repairs, shelter, lots of supplies, we kept the same. Lights in the park, we kept the same as well.
We didn't buy any lights this year, I know there was a broken one, but I think the Lions Club paid for that, so.
We didn't, but we did talk about,
Yeah, I want to keep it in case we do need to buy one.
but there was some talk about somebody maybe coming to council for another thing at the park, and so we thought maybe lights potentially
Okay.
for the other court that they were wanting to. Right.
Oh, for that one.
They were wanting to maybe propose, so maybe lights.
Well, and Lacey has got a
thing that she wants to, she's still looking into it, but she's got a 50/50 grant for park equipment.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about, 38,000. So I told her, I said, you'll have to just come and ask us after you know for sure. But it's a nice piece of equipment, so I would like to do something nice at the park.
That was an actual company that if you buy a piece of equipment, you get a piece of equipment. So I was like, yeah, that would be really good. So I sent that to her. So that would be really good.
Grant lady.
I wish we would see a post on the Parks Department over there, because when they switch out that playground equipment, it's not very old at all.
Not
And then
usually, no.
They put a bid.
I know, I'm watching Anthony to keep watching, because he's DPW, and that's usually who has to put it all together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stay on him, help me stay on him, Dan.
Uniform expense. I thought we kept that the same.
Oh, for the park?
I thought we kept that the same.
There wasn't a budget last year there.
Oh, did you want to add?
Did you want to put that
Oh.
there?
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to put it on
I'll put
there.
300 in there.
For some reason, last year they didn't have money there. We can change that.
Are you sure? Well, did you say this thing's kind of wonky sometimes on you?
It says here there's $5 budget.
Go on your list.
Is this the most up to date?
Yeah. 140.
Oh. What we just printed? Oh, this is incoming, right?
That's Bruce.
Okay.
The detail and stuff. 140. Yeah, it's not even showing up there because there's no.
Oh, are you at your
No,
police?
yeah, I don't think so.
That's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Did you want to add 300 though?
I would like to have a line item for the park uniform. Because the uniforms are going to be slightly more expensive.
Hopefully they'll last a little longer than your t-shirts.
Yeah, we worked out quite dirty. It's really dirty, and we got 3 of them, so. Well, short sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we didn't.
I think
For some reason, last year they zeroed that. I don't know why. Because you went from 300 to, from some discussion that happened. And I don't know,
They probably just put it all in water and sewer.
maybe.
So we go ahead and add.
Are you gonna have enough?
Uh,
Because where does
We
our,
need to take it from someone else. I mean, if we have to take it from someone else.
this is it?
revenue,
Yeah, this is.
that's this year's. That's just where we're at this year for revenue.
Parks and Rec. I mean, do you have something you can adjust as far as,
No,
you want to leave it? You gotta leave your,
yeah, I don't want to adjust.
anything else?
Because I get from, well, one person that wrote that.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we have uniform in your water and your sewer.
Yeah, there's plenty in
So,
there.
yeah, that's our revenue generators, not that we are, so we'll put it in there. That's probably what we decided last year. If I guess.
Probably taking as much expense out of the general fund,
Yeah,
last year.
probably. So we're, doing it down here in row 2. Yeah. So next is your water.
Yep.
Yeah, that's if we do anything with a, if we could do anything with a grant, it'd go into that capital outlay. Like if we do a 50-50 match to buy equipment, we'll put it in the park in the capital outlay.
Or any major purchases.
Yeah.
So there's also some other things in there too, but I set that to where it didn't grant anything that the zero balances, so there are other ones there too that you could use.
For the park, for the equipment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Capital outlay expenses, they may not have that many for this. This part doesn't have that many. They just have vehicle and capital outlay. Some of the others have more options there. You're right, they just have a couple. Okay.
Water, advertising, we got the same
Okay.
as last year. We did do variance or IT services, auto repairs and maintenance.
Trucks.
We had 5,700 budget last year. This year we dropped it to 3,200. So a lot of the auto repairs and maintenance have been a kind of a headache this year. Getting all the vehicles maintenance in, and the back truck with the pump going out, the whole fleet deal with the pump was the main thing that caused that account
To be so high.
to be so high.
Okay.
It was a fluke, it was a mess up on mine, and it will not be that expensive next year.
Okay.
So that's why we dropped it to 32.
Okay. Now for your vehicles, you have the vac truck, you have the Colorado, you have the flatbed. What else do you have? I'm trying to think what you have. You still have the Ranger,
2 flatbeds.
and then the one flatbed you bought the utility bed for, right?
Right.
And the side by
Lights fixed on that.
The what?
The lights fixed, did you get the lights, wiring fixed on that?
Yeah. The knocked out. We have a diesel tank, it's 105 gallons.
And do you count the backbone Bobcat in water too? Or do you just do it in sewer?
No, we kind of
You divide it?
divide it apart and so.
Okay.
So I split it between one and two. And then all the equipment, mini excavator, my grader.
So you think that 32 will be enough for,
I think so.
For
They've all been maintenance recently. So,
okay.
Going forward, I think we're going to try to service everything every October for the fiscal year.
Okay.
So everything's caught up for this year, but going forward, next October will be a clear one.
Okay.
And maintenance everything.
Okay.
Now, what is licensing and tag, you have tagging license also? What does that mean?
Not really, not as a city.
And what do we sales tax?
No.
Because we collect it.
We don't touch that.
Dues and subscriptions, so this stuff would be for like diamond maps, the cameras, the tactical cameras, that we use for some dump in the trash at the whole shop.
Okay.
SCADA comes out of that account, I believe, MRWA subscription, which is an organization if we call, if we have a major issue, that they can come in and help us. It's a good subscription. So,
Nate, you're gonna see that's a little bit lower. Diamond has the list for the whole year,
okay.
so that's gonna be 200 less in both water and sewer for dues and subscriptions. So when we talked, we had I think at that at 2,000, I dropped it to 1,800 because we just paid them the maps.
Okay. So we,
It was for
that's what we hired you.
Yeah, August,
So it was 400.
4,000, 400 something like that.
408.
Something, of course.
408.
So it'll be due in next August.
Yeah. We thought it was going to be monthly, but they told us for the year. So
Okay.
Really?
it's unlimited users
Yeah.
for the whole year.
So yeah, that's at 1,800. Because like I said, we did that to tax cam. And not obviously tax. Education expense, 6170. This would be for water and sewer class.
Now they combine classes, or do you go to a water class and then go to a sewer class?
Water class and then there's.
Okay, so they are separate.
They are separate. A lot of them cost money. Most of them are average, probably $100, $200. The big, if you wanted to go get your water or sewer license, it's around, I think MRWA charges $975. But since we're under 10,000 population, we get vouchers. So
Yeah.
water and sewer vouchers that we can use to send one person to class.
Okay.
So, we do have one for this year, one voucher for water and sewer that we can send one person to the water.
Do you have somebody interested that wants to go?
Jeff and Vince. Vince, I think would probably be best to go back to the class. He had mentioned the testing, but I think I'd rather Vince just go back to the
Go
class.
back through the class.
Yeah, because we got him in a little too soon, which was kind of my bad. I would come off and just push him right into the county.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things, you probably need to sit through a couple classes before you take the test.
Yeah, and have a little bit of experience in the field.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
So that's what we put that the same at 2,400.
Okay.
So I know a lot of us, as far as Darren, Shane, and me, I need 50 hours by 2027, which is a lot of hours. So, and then I think Shane needs like 30, and then Darren needs like 20. So,
So they're not to have CEUs basically to keep their licenses.
Yeah,
They gotta go a certain amount of hours.
Continuing education kind of thing. Which everywhere for any kind of certification has that. I have that for my job.
and you don't want that to lapse because then you're going to go back to the
Start
class
over.
and start over. So moving on to, I don't know about engineering.
Do we have anything for water? I know for sewer, we're gonna need engineer fees, but do we have anything for water?
So that's 1% for lead service line inventory, things like that. And
Of this one?
I don't know that that needs to be coming in and out of that.
Well, that's, should fall under the grant stuff, shouldn't it?
Right. So that's what I've been
So that should
working
be,
with. I've been working with the auditor to figure out if that's,
I bet it
should be
in
on
its
my
own.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that it should be going in and out.
No, down here. Yeah, that's not.
To see that activity, that,
Yeah, it's kind of sporadic.
well, it's based on the invoices, but I have to get figured out how that's supposed to be.
Okay.
And it's,
Yeah, I mean, if you have to put it there, then we can put it there, but it probably needs to be with its own fund, I guess, in its own area, like the ARPA, its own. Okay.
Gasoline expense in water, we did leave the same. I know, I talked about fuel going up, but I think we can work with that at 4,000. Insurance, debt services.
I know, it's always the highest, right?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
During one call, we kept the same.
so just a I want to touch on that front desk service charges there for a second, Nate. I went ahead and put $100 right there. So, we're transitioning eventually to G-Works in the cloud. So our system will be cloud-based instead of where we're at right now. And so right now it appears that we're going to get like a $5 service fee for the G-Works payments that are coming through. And so I just guesstimated that to be $100 worth based on the charges that we've received so far. So we don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but that's what that $100 is. So some of those charges that come down through the system, we don't really know what those are or what that's going to look like. So $100, Nathan and I didn't talk about that because I didn't really know. And so I just did the best guess I could. So that's that $100.
Okay. Missouri will call to get the same.
What is that, Danny?
That is E11, that is dig right.
Okay.
I think they pay per dig right, so it's like 10 cents a dig right. So
Yeah.
it's a quarterly bill. It's not very expensive, but it is, I mean, it's neat. Office supplies. We did lower office. Yeah, we lowered office supplies to 700 from the previous year. Software expense, we kept the same. And that would be for the front office, the G-Works. Small tools and equipment, we kept the same at 11,000. Postage expense, 1,700, kept that the same.
So that's like mail and the water bills.
And for the people that want it mailed, like, I don't have mine mailed, which I know she still has a stack of people that want it mailed.
So repairs and maintenance for water, it's the biggest account we have as far as public works goes. And that's for clamps, water meter repairs, pretty much everything in the field is water meters, everything comes out of the account for that. We kept it the same at 60,000. Supplies, we kept the same. Testing fees, we kept the same. Street overlays, we kept the same. And then we did change water tank maintenance. Me and her were looking, I think it was 3 years ago since we had our water tank, both water tanks inspected. They're supposed to be inspected every 3 years. We budgeted $3,000 for that, and that was based off the last bills we saw, which was $1,200 at a tower, so about $2,400. Kelly recommended that we probably put $3,000 in there just to make sure that we don't go over that.
Because that'll cover both of them, right?
Yeah, that would cover both. So it was $2,400 for both towers last time, give or take. I'm sure prices have been.
Oh, yeah, everything's rough.
Telephone expense, that's for the on-call phone. We kept that the same. Travel expense, so there would probably be 2 conferences a year, probably max that we would travel to, that would require staying overnight. So there's one in December that's free, it's called Summit, and it's in Springfield, and we usually, I would like people to stay there because it's free.
Yeah, we just pay for the mileage of the hotel.
Well, we take
That's
it.
the one they took.
Oh, that's the one they took the car, the driver didn't get it.
They'll take a vehicle, so we won't pay mileage for the hotel.
Yeah, there would be a hotel cost there. Uniform expense, we kept it at $1,500. And then utilities expense, I guess that utility expense.
Any questions on water?
Nathan will have to bring it to council at some point, but since we did talk about vehicles a little bit, at some point, the Ranger is gonna need to be looked at, because it's kind of been through the mill.
So that would go in capital outlay vehicles, right?
Whenever.
So how
Do
do
you
we
want to
build,
replace it, or you just want to
how
get
do
rid of it?
we, how do we build that right now? Is how we do it?
I don't know, do you have something, and do you want to replace it, or do you just want to just sell it and get rid of it?
Why? I mean, it needs to be replaced.
Okay,
Yeah, it needs to be replaced.
so then
It's
it's
the
sell it.
last
And it's a
one.
water, sewer, street vehicle, so you can divide that by all three,
It's the
right?
last vehicle we have until our fleet's up in, of the full park. You can barely sit the seat of the Ranger. I mean, it's been here. I'm sure you know.
Oh,
been
yeah.
here a long time.
For a long time. I don't even know when they
It
got
doesn't
it.
have
Let
air.
me work on that one.
It doesn't have air, so guys, when it's hot, they don't have air conditioning.
You can barely shift.
I don't even know if the windows roll up on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can barely shift it. There used to be a nail with a tie wire. So you can shift it. The seats are,
Talk about frugal.
the seats are,
Yeah, listen, they duct taped it together.
the seats are hard to sit in. I mean, it's
It's
not,
been rear-ended by trailers a few times.
yeah, it's probably had 30 linkages for the transmission in the past 10 years. So it's,
Try to find your replacement. You're gonna try to go with another Colorado if you can find
yeah.
a deal on that.
What can you budget for?
It's fine, we're ready to do it.
That's what I'd say. We'll do it that way. We can put 10 in there, but I don't know if you could find anything for 10.
I'm gonna be surprised. I mean, we've got that other car up for 68, so.
It's pretty good. I ride in it. That's what rides me around in.
So don't budget it now.
Don't budget it now. We'll wait when we do the salaries. Bring it back up. When we got a couple more people here, because you probably have one that'll fight with you.
Right, I mean, there may be something left over in this year's budget.
For the-
10,000, I mean,
I don't know what you have. What do you have for this year? Did we put anything in there for this year? I don't even
it
remember.
wouldn't be, what's in regular repairs and maintenance, it would be like that.
No, it'd have to be in capital outlay. So look, see what you can find, and then bring it to the next budget meeting, and see if we can put something in the budget.
Okay.
We'll have to see where we're at with totals. Once we go through this, and then add your salaries in, and see what we have left. Okay.
All right. Sewer, salaries, water, insurance, advertising, we kept the same at $100.
Okay.
All of repairs and maintenance, we lowered that to $2,900 from $2,900. Like I said, last year was a fluke. It was an outlier. We probably went through 100 gallons of dog food. It's very expensive. So we don't look, looking forward, we don't look like we need to spend that much as far as people. Dues and subscriptions, that did, we did raise that, and that was for that type of camping. Back in that.
Okay.
Trash expense, so this is one to kind of look at. I think we amended it. We amended it once this year already, to 4,300. And talking to Kelly, we moved it to 6,000. That would be the dump. Both dumpsters at the old yard, 15 times a year, so that would be 30 dumps.
Yeah. It gets used quite often, because I know every time I take stuff down there, it's full.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think when you take stuff.
I drive down and make sure it's empty before I load my truck. Cause I don't throw.
I think they're kind of empty right now, aren't they? they're not real full.
They were last week, yeah.
I tried to get GFO to do a rotation and they will not do it.
They want us to call.
They want us to call every time. And we call and then they don't show up for a week and then they're a week behind and then.
Then they're even fuller,
I
and
think
it's on the ground.
a month one time we were home and just dumped it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there is never an excuse for throwing your trash on the ground. None,
No.
zero.
Well, we've been looking at, like a littering ordinance for down there, so that's what the whole point of putting the camera up and trying to catch somebody and have the guys start writing tickets. If you're gonna just lay it on the ground, I mean, I get it, it's a little bit of a heave up there, but, I mean,
I'm
we can get it in
66
there.
years old and I can manage to climb up
We can
in
get
the
it
back
in
of my
there.
pickup truck and throw it into that dumpster. So I don't want to hear their excuses.
And if you can't, call the guys and they'll come help you. Don't just throw it on the ground, you know.
You manage to get it into your vehicle.
So it's, yeah, it's $392 one
One time.
time.
So yeah, we probably need to go ahead and increase that one.
Education expense, we kept the same, that would be for sewer license, and CEUs, keep up on your sewer license. Engineering fees, 6210.
That's same,
Is it still the,
that's a,
Well, that's the
that's for the
one,
plant though? right?
yeah, that's the same.
That's for sewer.
And it's in and out, I gotta figure out.
1%, 1%.
and we may need engineering fees there for the Brown property, for the easements. We gotta figure out how much that's gonna be.
Over by the school.
No, over by me, the property that we bought,
Oh, yeah.
that's a community line that we're gonna make.
So the,
But they gotta do work on it,
the earliest
so,
quote I got was 5,500.
for the easements, okay.
So we won't, well, it says checking on, but, and we budgeted 1,500 last year.
I'm wondering, should we just go ahead and put 8 in there?
I just got that because of the reason that was being used was the 1% for
Oh.
wastewater treatment facility.
Oh, that's what that, but you're gonna move that, you think, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know that that's how that's supposed to be. I've been talking to the auditor about how that's supposed to actually work.
I'd have make it its own fund, and have it in its own.
Yeah, I just haven't had a chance to.
I know that. We'll get there. But this I would use for like for that Brown project.
I mean, in 2022, budget was 75,000.
Yeah, that's,
I don't know if that was more.
I don't know what they were doing, but they had to have that much.
So you think
That may have been part of that.
or you think 8,000 would be more than enough?
For that, because that's what that would be for. Is so that we can get the engineer and get the easements, so we can get started on that project. Input, asking? Yes?
You also have the legal fee thing down there too. That I put question marks on.
That would be like that'd be for her, anything she would do. She's already said she wants an engineer to do the easements. But she won't do them because she's not, yeah. The last time we had easements done, I think it was the engineer that we had with the city. I think it was John. He was the last one that did them. Yeah, so we have to bid that out probably.
So would that part be part of legal fees or would it all be in engineer fees?
Well, the easement part would be engineer fees, I would think. The legal fee would be anything she would have to do, would be a part of Carrie's.
Which she's hired to do, so.
So, yeah, that'd be part of her. Whatever we break up, divide her fee up. I don't know how we divide that up. Do we divide it between admin, sewer, and water?
It's just been.
It's just admin and court.
That's all it's been.
So, yeah, so she would fall under anything for her.
But I mean, something like this could definitely be, I mean,
Yeah, we could charge it to sewer.
but we have, you know, she's too 2,000 a month or whatever, so we could earmark an amount for that and take it out of admin.
Yeah. I'd say
Or
at
when
least
that
that
time comes, I mean, there's a line item there, so
Yeah, we
we
can
can
always
amend,
adjust it.
we can amend later too.
But I think for the engineering fees, we probably need to give him a number so we can
Can we
get
get
it
official
out.
quotes before?
No, let's just do 8. 8. And then if we need to reduce it, so you can reduce it, yeah. No, the engineering fees, sorry, Dan, for engineers,
Just put all in easements.
yeah. That way we need to get moving on that. I know the actual work probably won't get into this fall, but the next budget year, this budget year.
Okay. Gasoline expense, $62.90. We did raise it, $300 from $37,000 to $4,000. Insurance is not me. Missouri on-call stayed the same. Sludge removal. So this would be getting rid of sludge. I know we've had a contractor do it the past 5 years, something like that. It had 15,000 in it. And it's been budgeted for 15,000 probably the past DMs here. We dropped it to 2,500.
Now, is this the one you're gonna do yourself?
So the truck was up and going. We've had multiple nightmares. That's what we were doing all day today, was working on the truck.
Trying to get the truck going?
We had one good day of hauling, and then all of a sudden it just went to crap. So it ain't pumping hydraulic fluid to the vacuum pump, which sucks out the sludge into the truck and push it out.
Yeah, and then you spray it out.
Like I said, we had 7 good hauls, and then it stopped working for us.
Okay.
And this was last week, after this meeting. So 2,500, I know we moved some money around to close the maintenance.
That's okay. You think you'll need that for the, I mean, this is technically used for like if we're paying somebody to remove it.
Right, well, it's been used recently to get the truck up and going.
Okay,
That's what we would.
that's what you're gonna put in that, just so you keep track of it better.
Yeah, just so we can keep track of it, and sludge removal is a requirement, I mean, we have to do it.
Okay.
That's what we got the EPA deal
Yeah,
years back, so,
are you gonna have to take your truck someplace and have somebody look at it, or do you think you guys got it figured out?
we're probably gonna have someone look at it. We've also all our research.
Okay.
So we put $2,500 in there, and mainly that's for any repairs to the truck that's needed, because it is an older truck. Instead of buying a brand new truck, which would cost astronomical amount of money. Or even a good used truck, which you're looking at 50,000. We decided to put some money into that truck and
Try to get it going.
try to get
And it's not the motor or the truck itself, it's the mechanism that siphons and
the
sprays. The vacuum part.
pump, the PTO
Okay.
is what the problem is. We can still pump from the basin if we have a pump from that basin into the truck with a separate pump and gravity feed it on the field. We can still do it that way.
Okay.
So we can still utilize the truck.
Okay.
It's just going to be a different approach. So,
Do you have somebody in mind that can work on this? Because this is kind of specific, right?
it is specific. So, Holmes Law,
Robbie?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, have Robbie look at it and see what he says.
So we budgeted 2,500 sludge removal, and then we'll ongoing repairs and maintenance. Okay. Office supplies, we did lower. The last year's budget to 400. Software expense. We kept that at 5,400. Small tools and equipment. So pretty much what we've been using that account for is USA Blue Book, which is for the wastewater laboratory, chemicals.
For software or for your?
No, small tools. and
Oh, okay. For all your lab stuff down there?
Lab stuff.
Okay.
Maybe in the future we can get a laboratory line item, maybe. But for
I don't
now,
know, I mean, you can look into making one. So you keep his lab stuff separate from tools and equipment,
yeah.
laboratory expense. I don't know if you can create one.
But yeah, that's the account roll.
Yeah,
Like
let's do that.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Dan agrees.
Like chemicals and all that stuff in the treatment plant.
Yeah, because that's strictly stuff you only use in the lab, so
Yeah, that's it.
laboratory supplies.
Laboratories, probably.
Laboratory supplies. Let's do that.
Okay.
And then if you want to divide it divide your small tools amount,
Okay.
if you want to do that.
So, Nate, what do you want that to look like then? Small tools and equipment you want?
See, it was budgeted last year at 10, we jumped up to 42. We just split it.
21?
Yeah. Postage expense, that was kept the same. So, you'll notice, so last year's budget was amended to 36,000. Beginning, I think, was 15 or 16,000. I'm asking for 28,000. And there's a couple reasons, one big reason for that. So there's going to be an upgrade down at the care plant, we all know. The cost of running that plant is going to go up.
Yeah.
And that's why we took it out of sludge removal and moved most of it, all of it, to the prison units. Cost meaning testing's going to go up if we go out Alpha 2, if we get that, if we get phase 2, anyways. And pumps for the collection system, I know we need, one station only has one pump in it. We do need to purchase one and then probably have one on hand. And the pump itself probably be $6,400. So that's why I'm asking for bang out this double from the previous years. But, I
Yeah,
believe
they're getting ready to start the end of this month, September.
I don't know.
They gotta get all their supplies.
We're gonna go-
Yeah, they gotta get the pipe, they don't have pipe.
And rebar.
Yeah, and rebar, which they don't expect to get till the end of September. So we're hoping we can get our excavators in there and get their thing done before the mid-state gets in there and starts doing their thing.
So I know that's a big jump from previous years, but it's going to be a,
Yeah, we're gonna have to spend a little bit of money after they
I mean, you gotta think,
buy a few things.
there's gonna be 7 new pumps down there, 2 new stations, a UV, we're gonna digestion with the motor that runs all the time, so utility expenses are gonna go up for sure. Obviously, that's not the utility expense, but there will be some more testing stuff that we'll have to do. So that's why I asked for that, and then obviously the maintenance on those stations would come out of that as well. Vehicle equipment and rental, we kept that at 10,000. That may be something in the ground property sewer, because I don't know if we can get that deep the backhoe would be heavy, but if we need to rent a larger mini excavator, that's what I think.
For that to lay in the, yeah.
Supplies, we did lower from the previous budget year, 3,000 to 2,000.
Nathan, do you think that's a good idea,
Supplies.
based on everything you're talking about, everything going up?
What all did you buy? Did you count the supplies?
I'm just thinking like, with this plant and everything that I mean, I know that we can amend, because
So we took,
like utilities, like, we don't know where that's gonna go, so we've kind of left it kind of where it was, but obviously we're not doing that in this budget, because later on, not knowing what.
So,
goes
By
in.
this time next year, they ought to be close to being done with the treatment plant, right? In a year, like this time next year. But I mean,
It's 2
then,
years, right?
no, they gotta have everything done by 26.
yeah, it'd be about 26, yeah, August.
So by this time next year, we should have a pretty good idea of where the utilities and all that's gonna jump to.
So a few things came out of supplies, like the NIST calibration services and the, another calibration service came out. Tools for public works.
Probably when we went up to,
Oh, yeah. So we were gonna move, remember when we talked about the NIST calibration services actually was in testing fees. And the water plant study that we do every year would actually go to testing fees, which was about $1,000, or $800 per step. I mean, you can keep it at 3.
I just don't want to, we can amend it later, but I just don't want to see you short yourself if we have all these other things going on, like what's that mean for other things you're gonna need down there with, I don't know.
And it may have to go up more, so we can leave it to, like I said.
I'm okay with 2,500 if we can do that.
Maybe it's not supplies that goes up, maybe it's paper that gets, I don't know.
Can we do 25?
Like, are you gonna have to grease things, or you gonna have to, like, like,
Probably.
Did you count the
That would usually come out of repairs and maintenance.
yeah.
See, like, for me, supplies is stuff that you buy to keep on hand. And then repairs and maintenance is what you buy to fix something now. That's how I look at it. I see, you probably don't look at it like
Maintenance
that.
would be maintenance and
Yeah, for your regular maintenance
your
type
regular
stuff,
routine maintenance.
like grease and oil and. So, I mean, I would leave it because probably most of it's gonna come out of this repairs and maintenance.
Okay.
You can always amend it later on if he needs. We don't know if that's gonna look like, but it's gonna look like.
No,
No, we don't.
because I'm.
But we know it's gonna go up. Testing fees, so it'll be lower than previous years. We bought last year we bought a spectrometer.
Yeah.
We do most of the testing in-house. The only test that we'll have to do outside of the lab would be the sludge testing that we're mandated to do every year. And then one quarterly test that we have to do, which is 75 a quarter. So,
What about any smoke testing? Separate from this?
smoke testing, really, is how you define testing. to me, would be testing like the alcohol issue. Not, that wouldn't be, that's like more field testing, so which would come out of repairs and maintenance. So,
Yeah, this would be like as normal, every day, like every month test
compliance
that you do. Yeah.
is how I would see testing. So we kept, well, we lowered that to 2,500 because I think the last budget year, we hadn't got the machine yet, we had to figure it a quarter. So this year, we should be home free as far as lowering that.
Okay.
Telephone expense stayed the same, travel expense stayed the same, uniform expense stayed the same. And then obviously, capital outlay vehicle.
Yeah, we would, because we divide whatever we do about the Ranger. I guess try to shop around and find something and then bring it to the next budget meeting. Sound good?
In utilities, I just kind of capped off at what we're paying right now. Obviously, we know that that's going to increase once they get this new system out, but there's no way, really no way for me to know that. And then if utilities go up like they did this year.
And yeah,
Yeah.
that utilities is,
Yeah.
well, that's going to go.
Yeah.
Of course, that may be year down the line. Street. Advertising, we kept the same. Auto repairs and maintenance, we kept it at 700. Dues and subscriptions, we raised to 50. That's just across the board. Gasoline, we did raise by 500. Obviously, we spend more now than we did the previous year. Insurance,
That's the ordinance comp from, we just, I just went off of this year. There's not any way really.
I don't know what miscellaneous expense.
We didn't spend any of that, so I wasn't gonna, I don't like that word.
I don't like it either. We can always find a place to put it.
I'm not going to encourage spending miscellaneous. So,
Miscellaneous is not something that should just be tossed around.
that's a bad word.
Not the supplies.
We can have it salary years, so you do not miscellaneous.
Nobody likes miscellaneous.
Nobody does.
If you use miscellaneous equipment at federal government where I'm at, I mean, you'll have 4 levels up, send it down. What is this?
Just because it means anything.
Yeah,
It can be anything. Yeah, it could be this bottle of water. I mean, you don't,
it's where you put everything because nobody wants to figure out where it goes. No way to categorize it
and
later.
then $4 million later, it's like, what is that?
It's just miscellaneous.
Yeah.
Office supplies we kept at 100. Small tools and equipment was kept at 3,900. Repairs and maintenance was kept at 10,100. Vehicle equipment and rentals kept at 500. Supplies were kept at 500. Street improvements and overlays, which would be rock, coal patch, anything like that. Paint for the streets, street signs was kept at 4,000. Travel expense was kept at 100.
That's a lights.
That's all I got. Questions, concerns?
Are we good, or do you want to wait and do yours? Or we do the next one?
I don't care.
You want to go ahead and go through it? And then I'll have the salaries.
Go through it. Unless you guys are
Nah. Knock it out.
okay. It's not very many.
Oh, I do want to wait. Show them Diamond Mouse. I just thought of that. Because
because we were talking about that, and we paid for this. And this is also the reason they have these, so they can pack it around with them.
So, this is the water system, currently mapped out. Each hydrant is GIS, which means somebody stood on it with a GIS locator, you got the longitude, latitude. You can put notes, so like up on 4th Street where we changed the hydrant, the notes that said when it was repaired, what type of hydrant it is, and it's got parks, like Happy Shepherd Park, you can put landmarks, all the water valves, GIS, all the meters for GIS. So if I wanted to find the meter for the school, but you would just, right here, so you just walk up to it and.
But this is huge, because we've had a problem in the past, one person knew where all the meters were at.
Right, and you say I knew this line was actually over here, or I can go over here, I can go to adjust points, and I can move that line over here. So it's very simple, simplistic,
Pretty nice.
easy peasy, and then the sewer system is on its way, it just hasn't made it yet. So
That's part of the treatment plant stuff, so.
yeah, you can add layers on here.
So more of a tracking system of what's done, where everything.
They can make notes if they're out
Take
somewhere.
pictures, you can take pictures. I mean, if we had electric, we could do electric, gas. The lead service line inventory is going to be on here. Stormwater, work orders.
Dynamax.
You could do work orders if you really wanted to, but you probably make work orders.
And if you're sick, somebody else has got to have that.
Yeah, you got to do too.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
nursing.
they have it, I believe the PD has it.
Sewer lift stations.
They're out, and there's a water leak, they're like, oh, is this?
Sewer lift
There's a line.
stations, you could put the pump type, the horsepower, which is when you're maintaining it. I mean, it's, you put part numbers in here. Anything you want. So
They put the, lead service
it's,
line.
for the cost, it's really great. So,
It'll also come in handy, like if we have a boil advisory or if there's something going on to where we can actually just pull a snippet off of that. We can pull up diamond maps on the computer and just pull a snippet off of that to tell people precisely where it's at, where the water meter's at, where the guys are at. Nate, can you tell it, like, so we got, there's 3 of these iPads for the trucks and they have holders so they can physically put them in the truck and go with them. There's a thing, did you guys figure out that you can click the GPS and it moves with you?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just put GPS.
So it physically moves and so,
As you drive.
yes.
So we're right here. So I'll show you right here and then you can do it. You can do street view as
Lock
well.
those things in the truck,
Do what?
can holders lock them into the truck,
Yeah.
so that somebody can't walk by and just grab it. All of a sudden, we don't have that anymore.
Well, they don't leave them in the truck all the time.
Yeah, I don't
All it takes is 5
I know.
seconds for.
Well, this one, like,
And it's gone.
he's probably got one on him at all times. If I
Yeah,
guess-
Usually I have this one on. If I'm,
So that's the thing that you said they charge us for the year?
Like subscription to that, and it's unlimited users, and so you have different access, so like, Nathan's an admin, I'm an admin, Mary's an admin, so, and there's like, some people can just view it, but, so he can go in and make changes to those pumps, and he knows all that.
Make notes.
I just look at it.
and it's got a layer for smoke testing too, so you can track all your smoke testing. The well house feature, you can get the well ID, the depth, the casing, the pump. I mean, it's information that's gonna be valuable. If I left tomorrow,
Somebody else would have.
somebody else would have all this information, so they could say, oh, the depth of the pump is at 1,040 feet, you know what I mean? So it's just invaluable. It's gonna take a while to get it all logged and issued on here, but once it's all done, you just keep tweaking it, and then you'll have the perfect system, you know? So that's the whole point behind the documents.
So then when like there's a new build, they'll literally go and when they put in a meter, they'll take that and go and put it exactly where it's at and
So it'll be an offline version, and then when you get to Wi-Fi, they will automatically. Really, really cool.
Very handy. All right, are we done today? Yep.
Thanks, man.
Thank you guys.
Oh, take a shower.
I don't cleaned up for us.
Go take a shower, yeah.
I set that at 1,600, a little over what we had before, again, because of that purchasing policy and knowing that, we may have to advertise a few more things. A lot more things come out of the advertising for the general fund, because there are requirements by state statute, things that we have to advertise. So, and again, like 2 years ago, you see that the budget was 1,600. So there are a couple bills that I knew are outstanding still too. So variance to the bank, I left that at 800. That's not money really that's getting spent. It's more kind of moving money within our system. Professional services, that's 7,000. I have that in there for the audit that we are doing right now. That should be wrapping up. I just emailed her today and asked her if we would get billed for that so I could get paid for this year, and she assured me that we would.
Okay.
I'm waiting on the second round of questions for the financial audit for this year. IT services, I'm trying to guesstimate right now. Our budget's at 3,170. I don't see that we have a whole lot of stuff left to do. She's cleaned up a lot over here, but there's still just things that she might have to do. So I didn't really know what to set that as. That's kind of a guesstimate. So I just put it at 3,000 based on the last 2 years. Drug and alcohol screening, I put it at 2,200. Depending on if they come to us or if we go to them, that is actually pretty expensive. But what we do when we're ensuring also that our new employees are getting that pre-employment screening. So, and if anybody has any, things that we have to go retest for or anything like that. Dues and subscriptions, I left that at 3,200. Left education at 700. The election expense, I think the reason that was a little higher this year was because we had more people going up. So I put that back down to 500. I don't really know.
Yeah.
That depends on how many people are up and all that kind of thing.
I don't see, it should be just a normal 3, yeah.
So it should, I would think 500 will get it. Insurance, I think the 15,700 will get that. Employee incentive I left the same, which was, we had decreased 1,000 from the year before.
Give me an example of that. I'm just wondering.
Employee incentive. So whenever we do we usually do like a Thanksgiving lunch, we do Christmas lunch. Once a month we do a department leader meeting where all the supervisors meet with the mayor.
And then like when the guys have the hydrants, and they got them done in like, an hour and a half. So Anthony texted me, he's like, hey, can we buy guys for buying lunch as an incentive, for doing such a good job? So we use it for that too.
That's good.
We can't do bonuses, so we buy food, we feed them. So,
Wrong there.
yeah.
Legal fees, so that 21,000 is the less than 3,000 that I stuck in court, because she's 2,000 a month. Miscellaneous expense for codification, that is our general code. So once a year we have the ordinances that we pass every month or anytime we have those. Once a year we work with general code to codify the book. And so they take all of the state statutes and put them into our book, and then anything that would that we pass throughout the year, and so we have to pay them for that.
And we have an app, did you know that? For E-code? Yeah, we have an app.
So if you go to our website, dixonmo.gov, and you click on that link, it'll bring you up, but there's also, if you're interested in the app, so any ordinance, you can search that through the E-code 360.
Pretty neat.
Office supplies, we had at 9,000 and I brought that down to 8,500. That pays for our copier and then anything we need here. Also, I brought that down $500. Software expense, that's our G-Works, our software system, some of that. Small tools and equipment, I just left at 300. Sickness and bereavement, I left at 300. Postage, I brought up to 1,200. I believe that was just almost out, and postage, yeah, postage has gone up, so I took that up to 1,200. Repairs and maintenance, so we have paid for the weather siren out of there. And I'm sure that we will get billed for these generators because they're done. We haven't seen that bill yet, but I'm sure it's going to be. So the $64.85 is the $61.85 that we put in there on the budget amendment for the water damage, and then the $300 that was in there from before. So that water damage, I'm certain, is not going to be taken care of this fiscal year, so I'm budgeting that for next year. Please surprise me. Maybe we'll just go through. Telephone expense, I left the same. That's for our office phones. We don't have any cell phones out here. Travel expense, 750, I'm not sure why I put 750 instead of 700. I didn't make myself know. Oh, because I found a mileage reimbursement that hasn't gone through there, so it's going to be a little bit more than that.
Okay.
So that's why I put that there. Uniform expense, I left at 500. Utilities expense, 4,800, left that the same. And then the lease payment principal, that is the Burlington Northern Railroad lease that we pay. I left that at 100.
Trying to figure out if that's Frisco Park. Because if it is, then that means we can do something with it.
Nothing that goes on.
Navigating the
after 9
NSF is
o'clock
kind of
at
like
night.
navigating the IRS, I guess.
Otherwise you will have shootings up there.
What? Oh, it'll stay apart.
Nothing that goes on after 9 o'clock and you'll have shootings up there.
No, it'll stay apart. I'm talking like, can we put down like a sidewalk for a walking trail? You know, like put like some kind of walking thing in it, or put picnic tables or something like that, just something. Now, Ralph wants to build an animal pen and stuff there, but I told him, I said, I don't think that's gonna be feasible.
I don't want to listen to everybody else's dogs bark.
Well, it'd be during like counting, so it'd be when there's already activity going on in town. And, I mean, we could put a dog park there, maybe.
Why? Those poor animals are Or, I shouldn't say, actually, it wouldn't be the animals getting hurt.
Just look out
It would be the owners.
for them.
I put a lot of effort.
I think it's used as a dog park anyway, but as long as everybody's cleaning, because every time I go by, somebody's walking their dog in there.
You know, what I'd like to see is something, and I don't know if that'd be a place to do it, or if the soccer field, one of them frisbee golf places.
Yeah, somebody said something.
Something for the kids, the younger and mid-teens and upper teens even. Something for them to actually do, to get them out of their house.
You know what? You should tell Lacey to look for a grant.
Good idea. Be a recreational thing.
She'll be like, who sent you over here?
She'll know who sent me.
Oh, yeah, she will. Of course she will. So, all right, so we're good. So before our next one, we'll try to set that up. I don't know, when do you want to set it up? You want to do it right after the other meeting?
Yeah,
Well, do you want to do it next week? No. Or do you want to do it
Yeah,
this week?
do it next week. Do it on Monday of next week. That'd be.
Well, the meeting is the 8th.
I won't be here, that's right.
So we need, I may not have. Do you want to try to have the budget at the 8th meeting, or will we have to have another meeting in the month to approve next year's budget? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I have a question. Why does it have to be the 8th? Why can't it be right after that Tuesday of that week, that same week?
What no, I'm trying to get her to get a final budget so we can approve it for next year on the 8th.
Oh, I'm not on the
8th of September. It's always on Monday. Which is always on
Well,
Monday.
because we wouldn't get the bank statements until,
Oh, you mean like on the 2nd?
Yeah.
we probably wouldn't get
We've
the
just
bank
always
statements
pushed it
till
till
the
Sunday.
second, because of the holiday.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There wouldn't be any way for us to be ready. Till the end of the month.
I would have on Sunday, that'd be niggers.
Well, I won't be. Come back and say those.
I thought you were talking about
For the
the
8th.
budget stuff.
Oh, no. When is the next budget, so?
That's what I was trying to ask.
So we adjourn.
Next week
No,
or the week of the 1st?
first, probably give her time to.
Get stuff done, so it'd be like a Wednesday or Thursday. 'Cause I don't, unless you want to do it on that Tuesday right after the,
I can probably do it next week. I'm gonna shut my door.
well, you decide.
Avery,
Send out a text. Ask everyone and see. If you think you can do it next week, you send.
We don't have to have a forum for a workshop, so.
No, we can have more what we have here, that's fine.
Yeah, just send out a text, let us know.
So I will ask, though, like after you get your salaries in there, put some totals down there so we can kind of see.
Yeah,
That's okay. Because, I mean, this is good to give us because it's kind of the same. We haven't changed it too much, so this is where it'll be questionable what's going on, so
that's all feeds into it, and I just did good.
that's okay. So when you get that far, if you want to try to do it next week, send it out, what day? Let's see.
Just what you said this week, thank you, you two.
Yeah.
Just what you said this week, thank you, you two.
Yeah. Well, and meeting with everybody, corralling everybody,
And I promise I
organizing
won't walk
everybody.
in this week, I'll leave you alone.